I'm tired of being stressed about filmmaking. It's all I ever think about. Yet I almost never do it for myself, which makes me wonder, do I even still like making movies? Why don't I do it more often? Why'd I stop doing it for fun, for myself? These questions were the reason for this channel. I wanted to have a place to put the stuff that I make. But then I let another year pass by, and I'm still asking myself the same question. Am I a filmmaker? Hi, how are you? It's been a while. Haven't done anything with this channel in over a year now. Why is that? I have a number of reasons. So what have I been up to for the last year? Just keeping the lights on. I haven't really had time to work on anything for the channel, and I decided that had to stop. So I made a film, and I want to share some scenes from that film with you right now. Riveting, right? So you might have noticed that there's nothing happening. There's no character, there's no story-driven anything going on in any of these shots, and no, I haven't lost my mind. I am going to add all that stuff in later. So I got obsessed with this idea that I was going to make a movie wherein every step of the process was fun, that didn't feel stressful, and that felt nothing like all of the corporate work that I had been doing. So, me and some good friends went to the desert. For us, the trip started in Terlingua. Logan met us there after a stop in White Sands, and the whole trip is documented beautifully in this video on his channel, which is linked below. I highly recommend checking that out. He took some incredible photos out there. Michael and I were there to shoot the footage for the short film and also to test and play around with the new Ronin 4D, which Mike used to shoot most of this B-roll. I had a script for the short and a rough idea of the visual style I wanted, but I had no idea what I wanted the character to look like or where I wanted each scene to take place. I had a feeling it would all just sort of come to me while I was there, and if it didn't, that would be okay too. I just wanted to shoot something for myself and not put so much pressure on it that I didn't actually go through with it. And so there I was in the desert, just trying to imagine the CG character that I would be adding into these shots later, and just trying to figure it out. And luckily, everything kind of worked out. The weather kept sort of being perfect for particular scenes. I kept finding the right location for each part of the story. I wanted to let every part of the process reveal itself to me while I was there. So that I didn't stress before going on the trip. I didn't, have like a storyboard that I had to nail. Like, I just wanted to go out and have fun doing something with a camera. Another aspect of me trying to make this fun for myself is I shot it on film. I bought this guy. Owning my own motion picture film camera has been a goal for a while, and I finally pulled the trigger on this one. It's a Bolex H16M, and it shoots Ultra 16, which means you get a slightly bigger image than standard or Super 16, with an image extending all the way to the film's perforations, which I love because you can zoom it in a bit and fill 16 by 9. It has, I got really lucky, it came with a motor, which was like such an amazing gift, and so I just plug it into a V-mount battery here, and it's just got this little rocker switch, and I can even do different frame rates with this thing. I love it, but at the time when I bought it, I was like there's a chance that I'm out here shooting all this film and it's literally not doing anything. Like maybe something's broken, or like I had no way to test it beforehand. My first film through this camera. Love that sound. And little did I know, in this moment I was so excited to roll some film that I completely forgot to set any sort of exposure, and I might as well have just saved myself the time and set $10 on fire. That's that.
Solid.
So what better way to test a new camera than to shoot 7 rolls of film and spend a ridiculous amount of money that you don't really have, getting it developed and scanned and all that, and not really knowing if it's doing anything of value. But again, that was kind of part of it. Like, even if I go shoot this and like all the footage is complete garbage, that was still kind of part of the point. Luckily, quite a bit of the footage turned out, with any unusable stuff purely being user error like missed exposure or loading the film in too bright of an environment causing light leaks. But hey, at least I know the camera works, and I have some ideas on how to minimize these effects in post or not use them at all. But from there, it was like this really rewarding process where I started to picture what the character would look like. I kind of figured out how the scenes would flow. And I hope I'm not just making too big a deal out of a trip where I just went out and shot a few rolls of film, but I really like the idea that with VFX and compositing, I can write stories where I go and shoot stuff, not knowing what the final result or even the characters might look like. I'm fascinated by the idea of spreading the ideation process across each stage of making the project. I even ended up shooting more film on a family trip to Northern California in the Redwoods and other areas. So, we'll see how this all plays out in the end. Maybe none of this will work or fit together at all. But I definitely had fun doing this, whatever it was, and at this point in my career, that's pretty much the only thing I care about. And for what it's worth, we did shoot a video review of the Ronin 4D, but right around when we started to finish it up, there were about 100 billion other ones on YouTube that did just as good a job, but we liked it, and we were happy with most of the shots we got from it. So for a little while, this channel is going to be all about the making of this short film. We're going to bust out a Rococo suit, do a bunch of motion capture stuff. I'm going to show you how I kind of composite everything together, and how I made the score and sound design, all that kind of stuff. So if that's something you're into, maybe stick around. Oh, and that reminds me, I have someone to introduce you to. Come on, yeah, you, come on. All right, this is Kenny. Wave to the camera, Kenny. Wave to the camera. Yeah, this is Kenny. He's the main character of the short film. And I think in the next video, I'm going to show you all how I made him. And, you know, we'll get into the weeds on... Don't touch that. Yeah, we'll get into the weeds on character design and rigging and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, if that's something you're into, stick around. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.